Today I'll be talking with Sue Kurland. She's the Vice President of Food Service at Catholic Charities of Southern Nevada. She brings a lot of experience to her position. Most importantly, we're going to talk about things that are going on in Southern Nevada beyond just the Las Vegas Strip. And what we think of when we think of Las Vegas, what's happening to the people that work there, the people that live there, and how Catholic Charities is serving those folks beyond just a meal.
Welcome to Behind the Meal. Join Dave Cowling as he dives into the stories behind Meals on Wheels, and we meet the incredible people and organizations that make it happen.
Today I'm thrilled to welcome Sue Kurland to Behind the Meal. Sue is the Vice President of Food Service at Catholic Charities of Southern Nevada. She's on the front lines of tackling senior hunger and food insecurity, and she's here to take us behind the scenes of their incredible Meals on Wheels program, which delivers fresh, chef-prepared scratch meals to thousands of homebound seniors across Las Vegas and North Las Vegas. Sue, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Oh, well, thanks for coming on. It's been exciting to talk to all the different programs and learn about it, what everybody's doing. And hopefully others are learning as many things about it as I am. Tell us a little bit about your program, your community you're serving, and who your clients are.
Of course. So we started our Meals on Wheels program here at Catholic Charities of Southern Nevada in 1975, and it's definitely morphed into what it is today. Mm-hmm. Right now, we serve 1,800 clients. They get 7 homemade frozen meals. So we make the meals in our own facility. We have an executive chef and a director of culinary. So we make the meals. We have a registered dietitian on staff to make sure that they're nutritionally stable. And then we freeze them and we deliver them. We deliver once a week, 7 meals, a bag of fruit, and a half gallon of milk. We also have something called medical nutrition therapy, which the dietitian will send supplements along with them. So Nepro for people that have renal issues or people that have a low BMI.
Okay. And so when you're saying the chef prepared meals,
yes.
Is that something that's kind of always been part of the program there, or is?
Yes, I mean it is definitely. It used to be we used to do hot meals years and years ago, but now our chefs make a 4-week rotation menu. So some of the items is like we do a fish Florentine, we do a chicken marsala, we do a pot roast, we do a soup, a broccoli and cheddar soup. So we do all different meals so people don't get bored. And every week it's 7 different meals. So it's not like you're getting the same meal on Monday that you got the week before.
Sure. So you got a good rotation, a good
yes.
Menu. And you mentioned kind of the folks that maybe need special meals.
Yes.
Medically tailored, things like that.
So we do that as well. So we offer chopped, pureed, if you cannot chew, if you have a renal issue, we try to work with our clients. Our dietitian will call the client and go through their medical history with them, and then we try to accommodate as best we can.
Okay. And how, when you mentioned the once a week delivery, and are you using staff, volunteers?
We use staff. And the reason we use staff is because we really want to make sure that the clients, I like to call them guests, our clients are getting some stability. And I have a great story. And if we didn't have the same driver, this wouldn't have happened. Yeah. So we have a driver that goes to the same woman every Monday for about 3 years now. Well, he noticed that she wasn't looking well, and he asked her what was going on, and she shared with him that she was being abused. So we ended up opening up an adult protection case, and she's taken care of and she's safe. And then she wrote us a letter thanking us and saying she's safe now. She's in a good place. But if it wasn't for that consistent driver that goes every single week, somebody that just came for the first time would have noticed that she's not the same and that something was wrong. So we always do a wellness check. So when the deliver the food, they make sure they see the client,
Yeah.
and then they make sure that they do a wellness check as well as just giving them food. And we also offer pet food, so that's a big deal for our
Yeah,
clients.
I saw that on your
Yes.
website. Well, we could talk a little bit too about the social isolation piece of
Oh,
some of
without
the
a
seniors
doubt.
that we're serving through Meals on Wheels
Hmm.
programs, and I think having people with pets, that's a big makes a big difference in their lives.
Oh, yeah. And they will feed their pet before they'll feed themselves.
Right.
So when we do our intake team will ask, do you have a pet, dog or cat? How many? And then when we deliver their food, we deliver food for their furry friend.
That's wonderful. And when I think about Las Vegas, it's hard not to think of heat. It's hot.
Oh,
It's
yes.
desert, and there's a lot of engineering going on just in the city to keep things moving. What does that look like for you? How does that factor into the work you're doing? The weather and just being in Las Vegas.
Well, being Las Vegas is hard, especially for the homeless community, because besides Meals on Wheels, we do a
Yeah.
community meal.
Hmm.
And when it's 115 out there, it is brutal. So we always make sure that we check on them, we give them water. And then especially with our seniors, if an air conditioner breaks in Las Vegas and it's 115
Hmm.
and you're over 60 and homebound, there's not a lot you can do. So when we do the wellness check, we also make sure that their refrigerator is working and that they have AC and they're comfortable. If not, we try to pair them with a caseworker or see if they have a social worker.
Hmm.
So it's not only a meal that we're delivering. We always say we're delivering hope, we're delivering help, but we want to deliver compassion. We want to have empathy. So when these drivers come in, they take it very seriously, and the clients become their family. So they
Hmm.
want to make sure that their well-being is being taken care of, as well as just giving them food.
Yeah. What's it's I think everyone's familiar with Las Vegas, but I think we all just come and go. We're there for a few
Yes.
days and leave.
Mhm.
What's the demographics of Las Vegas look like? Is it especially in the senior population? Is it growing? Is it
So the senior population is expected to double in the next 2 years
Hmm,
because it's a place where a lot of people come to retire.
yeah.
It's good for your arthritis. Like it's a warm place. Right now, 18% of our seniors in Clark County are experiencing food insecurity, and
Hmm,
that's just going up.
yeah.
Las Vegas used to be a more affordable place to live. Now it is not. So a lot of our clients were seeing that their rent is going up, their taxes are going up. Food
Hmm,
is more expensive. So some people, we are the only nutritious meal they get a day.
hmm. And yeah, and you're serving. You said frozen, seven
Mhm.
frozen per
Yes.
week, and a half a gallon of milk, which I think is great. Um, uh, Talk a little bit about your other services that you're providing there. Do you kind of mix that in with the Meals on Wheels too? Is there like a grocery delivery,
We
things
do
like
not
that?
do a grocery
Hmm.
delivery. We do have a food pantry.
Okay.
So we do have a food pantry on site. We do a lot of senior homes. During the pandemic, the seniors couldn't leave the home. So what we do
Sure.
is they call us, they tell us, okay, we need 65 boxes on Tuesday to pick up, and they'll give us the names of the clients, and they're 60 and older. We make the boxes, we prepare them,
Oh,
and
okay.
then they come and pick them
Hmm.
up. So even if they're not eligible for Meals on Wheels, we still are taking care of we have about 10 senior living facilities that we supply food to.
Okay. And I assume that's probably a growing too, with a number of
Yes. Oh,
senior
yeah.
living facilities that are
People are
popping up.
calling all the time. Yes.
Yeah.
So the need is there. Funding is the biggest problem, and I am sure you know that as well.
Well, I think yeah, that's a common theme when you
Yes,
look at Meals on Wheels programs around the country.
yes.
It's even when funding doesn't get cut and it's held flat, as you mentioned, costs go up. There's
Costs
people
go up.
people are getting older. There's more people to
Yes,
serve.
yes. People are getting older, and we want them, especially in Las Vegas, we want people to age in place. We want them to be able to feel they can live independently in their home, and this is why we do Meals on Wheels, so people can live independently in their home. But
Yeah.
funding is definitely an issue.
Well, I'm sure we'll get to that a little bit. I do know a little bit about kind of more of the lay of the land, so to speak.
Yeah.
Is it, pretty much all urban spaces?
It is right now it's all urban spaces, but we are planning on going rural as well. We started in
Hmm,
our food pantry, so we're doing some mobile rural pantries, and then we'd like to start with rural seniors as well. So that's part of our like strategic plan for 2027.
so as you look to the future, kind of, is
Yes,
that just that's like for your home delivered meals and meals program too?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
And what's your timeline, your hope when it comes to that?
I'm thinking probably end of 2027.
Oh, okay. So relatively soon.
I'm hoping. I mean, again, it depends on funding, but
Yeah.
we haven't ever gone after any rural funding,
Hmm.
and I know the need is there. We are going to a place for our food pantry where there's only 1,500 people in this town, and 35% of the people are below poverty level.
Yeah.
So the need in Las Vegas is really out there, especially in the rural areas, because everybody, when they think of Nevada, they think of Las Vegas only.
Sure.
They think of Las Vegas or they think of Reno.
Right.
Big cities that are making money, that have casinos and money, but that's not, there's a real place that people live in. And that's something I think people, when they come to Vegas, don't realize.
Yeah. No, well, it's kind of that way for a lot of places, but I think Vegas is special in that way, in the sense
Oh,
that
yeah.
it's such a tourist, for lack of a better term, driven economy.
Yes.
And I assume that affects you as well.
Oh, without a doubt, because then we have a lot of seniors that work in the casinos, but as soon as, you know, people aren't visiting the city, then layoffs happen. And then with no money coming in
Mhm.
and they're not getting enough Social Security, this is where they really depend on us.
Sure. Do you see a fluctuation up and down
Yes,
as tourism
yes.
with that? No, okay. What's kind of a typical day look like? I know you start really early in the morning.
Yeah, so our kitchen starts at 4:30 in the morning.
Wow.
We have a tray line. So years ago, we used to do manual. We had a little like tray line conveyor belt,
Hmm.
and all the kitchen staff would like be pouring in the food with ladles. And about a year ago, our chefs designed this like state of the art tray line. So it's an automated tray line. So we're able to package 1,500 meals in 1 hour,
Wow.
which is incredible because we're ramping up, hopefully, in the next couple of years,
Hmm.
again, depending on funding or donations, to go up to 3,500 seniors. And in about 2 years, it'll probably be that way. We do have a waiting list of about 1,000 people at the moment.
Wow.
So, and it rises daily. So a typical day, 4:30 in the morning, the kitchen comes in, they start to prepare. The tray line happens, so they package the food, they put it on dollies. The dollies get put in a refrigerator, I mean, a freezer, so they can
Hmm.
freeze. Our delivery person comes in at 7 o'clock in the morning from the warehouse. He comes and picks up the meals that are going to be delivered the next day to our satellite. So we have another campus. So
Okay.
on the main campus is where our kitchen facility is, and the chefs, and the food is prepared and packaged. Then it goes over to our other location, which is about 2 miles away, and that's where our intake call center is, and that's where our delivery logistics is.
Okay. And then from there, your routes and your staff
Yes.
move out.
So we have 7 routes, and the routes they start packing the truck at about 6:30 in the morning, and they leave to head out on their routes by 7 a.m.
Mm. And then they're done and back probably before noon.
Probably like, well, Las Vegas is very spread out.
Sure. Okay.
So some get back at 2. The ones that are really spread out, they don't get back to like 4 or 5.
Okay. Okay. And I can imagine it's your refrigerated trucks, your frozen trucks, when it's 115 out
Oh, they're
are
working
struggling.
overtime. Yeah, the minute summer hits, we were like, oh no, is the air conditioning going to go out or the freezer's going to go out? It's a normal occurrence in Vegas in the summer. So we're
I
used to it
can,
by
yeah,
now.
oh, wow. And you mentioned a little bit with the upgrades to your serving packaging systems and things like
Yes.
that. Is that something that you mentioned your chefs kind of designed that? Where did that idea come from? Was that something they had seen in another location or?
I mean, they've seen it different like factories where they have
Hmm.
packaging that's,
Oh,
mobile.
sure.
So they met with a couple of different companies that we've dealt with in the past that are just food companies that have like denesters and unifillers and tray lines. And so
Okay.
we talked to three different companies, we got them together, and for a year we designed this system. And now we've been using it it was a year in July that we started using it. So, and it's really been a giant help. And once we do get to that 3,500, which I know at one point we will,
Hmm.
this will be a lifesaver for us because we'll be able to package, label, and freeze all in the same place very quickly.
Okay. And when you're with your other services, you mentioned you
Mhm.
have kind of two locations there.
Yes.
And is your pantry then operating too out of the same place the kitchen is, or?
Yes. So the pantry and our community meal operate on our main campus where the kitchen is.
Okay. And your operation, the pantry, your home delivered meals, are there any other nutrition programs or any other programs that are
We have a
happening?
lot of programs.
Yeah.
The only food programs are the food pantry, the community meal, and Meals on Wheels. But we do have case management. We have a big
Okay.
shelter on property. We do WIC. We do family services.
Yeah.
We do immigration and migration as well.
And then sure, there's a lot of crossover between all of those
Yeah.
programs.
Oh, yes.
And what's the community meal that you mentioned? What kind of
So our
what's that?
community meal we have been serving for over 65 years.
Hmm.
We serve it between 10 and 11. Everybody is welcome. You can come in, get a meal, get out of the elements, charge your phone. We play music, and we serve homemade hot meals. So it's not a bagged lunch. It's not. We actually make a meal. Like yesterday, we did chicken katsu with fried rice. Today, we're doing meatloaf and mashed potatoes. So we give a full meal.
Okay. Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's really great. We see between 400 and 600 people per day.
And is that food coming from the same kitchen?
Yes,
Wow. You have some busy chefs.
yes, yeah. And the kitchen has to be separated due to grant
Oh,
compliance. So half the kitchen is Meals on Wheels kitchen, and half the kitchen is we call it lead dining. It's our lead dining kitchen.
okay. Yeah, well, I noticed on your website all of your partners that you're listed with the city and the county and other organizations. And are those funding partnerships or maybe a little bit of some different
A little bit
things?
of both.
Okay.
Some are funding partnerships, some are just working partnerships. We have a great relationship with the resort corridor. So the
Mhm.
casinos are really, really supportive of our programs.
It's funny, I've never heard it called resort corridor, but when you say that, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah,
It's like, okay, yeah, that makes more sense. That's what
yes,
it is.
it is. Yeah, and they're very, very supportive of us. They do hygiene kits for us.
Hmm.
Um they write letters for the clients. So a lot of times during the holiday season, we have cards that we can give to our seniors just to make them feel loved and, you know,
Yeah.
seen. That's
Oh,
that's the
right.
biggest thing. The older you get, sometimes the less you feel like people see you. So we really
Yeah.
want to make sure that they know that they're very important to us and the community.
You talked a little bit about funding earlier. Where is a lot of your funding coming from? Is it a combination of grants, government funds, private donations?
It's grants, government funds, and private donations.
Hmm.
But as you know, they cut a lot of the government funding, or a lot of the government funding has not changed in the last 10 years. So
Right.
while costs rise and the need is higher, but they're giving the same amount of money they were giving 4 years ago, but that money doesn't go as far these days. So that's kind of what we're running into at this point. And I'm sure that everybody's running into the same
Hmm.
issues we are. You know what I mean? There's not
Yeah.
enough to go around, but the need is growing in every city.
For sure. And yeah, and part obviously a big factor for most programs, it's the Older American Act funds that are coming out of the federal government right now. Again, mostly it's been held flat, as
Hmm.
we all know.
Yes.
Is that a big part of your funding?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's for some programs it's much bigger than others. Obviously, I would imagine with your area, there's probably opportunities for grants. So outside of that,
Yes.
yeah, what are some of your big programs? I know Caesar's Foundation is a big Meals on Wheels America supporter.
Caesars is a very big supporter. The Win is a great supporter for
Mm.
us. MGM, like all the properties are very good to us. MGM gives us a big grant to do our medical nutrition therapy, so our supplements.
Oh.
They have been taking care of us with supplements for years now, so that's a big help.
Hmm.
We have the LDS Church, which has been great, and they help us raise money for pet food.
Hmm.
So a little from everywhere creates our
Yeah. It
pool.
with the seniors that are getting your meals, are they all getting it free of charge, or is there
Free of charge. Yes,
everyone?
it's a free
Okay.
service. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and, those some programs, they're sliding fee scales or things like that.
Oh, yeah, no, no, no.
That's a lot to take care of, manage too.
Hmm. Oh, yeah. And a lot of the seniors, they're on a fixed income and they're not getting a lot of Social Security.
Yeah.
So it comes in handy. Like I said, sometimes it is the only nutritious meal they get per day.
Hmm.
So, yes.
And are you getting more funds too from the state, through the state of Nevada or county
Count
programs,
we
things
we
like
have
that?
two county grants, one for
Okay.
the city of we had two, one for the city of Las Vegas and one from the city of North Las Vegas. But the city of Las Vegas decided that they wanted to put their money elsewhere and seniors weren't the priority right now, but we still have the city of North
Mm,
Las Vegas grant.
okay. So the city's help funding, and you said the
Yes.
county as well.
Hmm.
Okay. Do you work on any of the advocacy side of things? And you're, or what does that look like working with elected officials or?
We have a development team and we have a grant team. So the
Mhm.
grant team usually goes after all the grants and our development team works with all our local representatives. And they've
Okay.
all done ride-alongs with us, and
Hmm.
we've had the mayor come and do a ride-along with us. Our Congress women have come, senators have come. So they really know about our program, and our program is really out there,
Yeah.
but they could only do what they can do for us. So,
Sure. But that's when you mentioned that having those elected officials come do ride-alongs and visit your kitchen, it's easy to do. It's
yes,
important to do, to
yes.
keep you
Oh,
out there.
without a doubt.
There's so much competition for these funds.
Yes.
Not saying it's not needed in other places, but not everyone's going to get it.
No, not everyone's going to get it. And the competition is fiercer now than it was years ago because different organizations, thank God, are popping up. But
Hmm.
there's one pool of money that you have to share amongst a lot of people. So,
For sure, yeah. No, and it's so yeah. I think it's one of those easy things to do, and if everyone should be doing it.
yeah, I agree.
What got you started down this path of working in nonprofits or working at Meals on Wheels?
So I was in the for-profit world for a very long time, and I got very sick about 10 years ago, and I swore if I ever made it and got out of it, I was going to be the best person I could be. So I am fine. And I decided, okay, I want to be able to take care of people. And I love food. I'm a foodie. I feel like it's a basic human right.
Hmm.
And there are so many people in this city that are just food insecure. So I have been here 9 years. When I interviewed, I knew it was going to be my forever home. So here I am.
Oh, that's a great story. What, yeah, how many staff do you have working there? I guess, I know you got a lot of things going on,
We
but
have about 300 employees total on campus. I mean,
and for
in our
Catholic Charities
for
total.
Catholic Charities of Southern Nevada, yes.
Yeah. And what's the Meals on Wheels staff look like?
The Meals on Wheels staff is about 40.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, between our drivers, our call center, our dietitian, our chefs, and then of course the kitchen team.
Mm, that's big. And they're all the two facilities that you mentioned, but okay. And then, what's one of the things you would think a lot of folks maybe I don't want to say get wrong necessarily, but maybe have a misconception about your program or the work you're doing there in Las Vegas.
I think some people have, especially with the food pan, not as much as Meals on Wheels, because Meals on Wheels, they know
Hmm,
there's a need, you're homebound, you're a
sure.
senior. But with our community meal,
Yeah.
a lot of people think we're enabling.
Hmm,
And that really just bothers me. Like food is a basic human right. Everybody deserves to eat. And if you can't afford to eat, somebody needs to feed you.
right.
But some people look at it like, well, if you would not feed people, then they'd have to get their own.
From where?
Where are they going to get it if they don't have money? And you can't work, go to school, think clearly without proper nutrition.
Well, and the impact, and of course, these community meals and the other work you're doing may not directly impact the seniors you're working with, but it impacts the community.
It affects the community. And about 35% of our clients that come in for the community meal are homeless seniors.
Mm, yeah. It's growing, the senior population is growing everywhere, no matter where
Oh,
you want to look at
everywhere.
it, even in that respect. Well, now, do you use volunteers at all
We do
with your
use
programs?
volunteers.
Okay.
Meals on Wheels, we use volunteers to actually bag the meals.
Hmm, okay.
So they come in, it's a 2 hour shift every day from 12 to 2, and they'll bag the 7 meals and then put them in Gaylords. And then the Gaylords go to our 30th Street location.
And where are a lot of your volunteers coming in from organizations, or are they coming in individually?
So both. So we have a lot of big groups that come in. The casinos do a lot of volunteer work. So they'll come in as a group, or the people that are retired or just want to really just help out,
Sure.
they could sign up. So we take anybody volunteers.
Sometimes there's not a lot of difference when you look at the age of the volunteers and the people that they're serving, but
Yeah. Oh, this is very true because a lot of seniors do want to volunteer. They want to keep themselves busy. They want to keep
hmm,
their mind active. They want to keep their body active. So we do have a lot of seniors begging for seniors.
for
Yes.
sure. And if somebody did want to get involved, what's the best way to reach out?
The best way to reach out on our website, there's a volunteer tab. You just hit that volunteer tab. One of our beautiful volunteer team members will call you and they will set you up. And they're very well, it's all food. Mostly it's all food right now, but there's
Hmm,
volunteer opportunities in our food pantry. There are volunteers opportunities in our community meal, and then there are the volunteer opportunities bagging the meals for Meals on Wheels.
great. And soon there's hopefully a big donation button too if somebody decided they
There's
wanted.
a very big donation button, and we are happy with any small, large, anything helps.
Good. Well, thank you again. This is that was a half hour. I wrapped up quick.
That's
What I mean, one of the things I would love to be able to touch base with you again later. Hopefully, when your program is expanded and you've got some of the
Oh, of
wall
course.
space
Yes, that would
in,
be wonderful.
we'll see how that's going, and I know I will be, and I don't know if anybody's listening that will be down there in Las Vegas come in August, but we'll
You should
definitely,
come do a tour when you come for the
yeah.
conference.
Well, are you putting a tour together for conference attendees or?
Yeah, there is a tour on August 17th. They're going to be at our location at 2:15 to 3:15. So it's a tour of our facility and then a sampling of our food that we deliver.
That's what I was going to ask. I want to try some samples.
Oh
That's
yeah, come down. You should definitely come down and do the tour.
We will for sure. And again, thank you again
Of
for
course, thank
this.
you.
And well, can't wait to see you in person in a few weeks.
Nice to meet you and looking forward to seeing you at the conference.
Great. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you, Sue, again for that wonderful conversation. It's great to hear about the work you're doing, and it's good that we all get educated on what's happening in Las Vegas beyond just the strip and the casinos that we all think about. Everyone out there, please, if you have someone you'd like to hear on Behind the Meal, shoot me a message, and please subscribe and let us know what you think of the show. As usual, thank you for the work that you do in your community. And I hope you tune in next time. Bye-bye.